from Alan Rosenberg the other day. Alan Rosenberg is a realtor down in the Ashland area, and we all know that it's been challenging times in real estate. I mean, homes have been losing on average about 1% a month in value here for 2-3 years, which kind of makes it tough. Everyone's got to hustle to earn their daily bread.
You need some shtick out there.
Yeah, you need some shtick, and I got to tell you, Alan, he calls himself Rosey, came up with a different angle of a promotion. So I had to congratulate you. You write play reviews.
I write play reviews. That's right.
You do play reviews of the OSF here.
OSF and Camelot and the Cabaret Theater and the Contemporary Theater, everything.
Okay. By the way, the website is ashlandplayreviews.com. And so I got to ask you, what gave you the idea? Are you a big theater fan? And I mean, now, and once again, you work for what, Windermere?
I work for Windermere Van Vliet.
Van Vliet, okay, yeah. We've heard them on the real estate show. From time to time, we have it on Saturday. But
well, it made a whole lot of sense, Bill, because people move to Ashland, typically, historically, move to Ashland to see plays. They come here, they love the plays, they're here every summer, and they think, wow, could I live in Ashland? Could I buy a second home in Ashland? It's been the historical thing. So I need to reach those folks before they get here. 90% of people buy real estate from people they know, people they relate to, people they've heard about and referred to. I want to have something in common with these guys before they get here.
I had no idea, though, the OSF was such a big draw for Ashland real estate.
It's a huge draw. The New York Times did a big story about it when the boom was happening. Places like Ashland and cultural meccas in the world drew people. They want to be here. I mean, why come here for a week or two when you could live here and see every play? They love it. Ashland is great.
Okay, so you're seeing the angle. So you come up with this website, ashlandplayreviews.com. So you go see all the plays, and then you give your take on it then,
I give my take, but more than that, I package in there links to the Medford paper reviews, the Ashland paper reviews, and the Portland Oregonian reviews. I give features. I give pages to the theaters. The theaters love it. The people come here, and they love it because they can see and argue with me and tell me I don't know what the heck I'm doing.
Well, yeah, that's the point. I was just thinking the problem with being a critic, and if you're going to try to sell them a house at the same time, is that you can I can love a critic and I can hate the critic too. I mean, how are you going to help if you give a review and they say you're an idiot?
Because I love that. Let them invite them in to discuss stuff. People love theater as much for the argument. When you go to a B&B in the morning in Ashland, all they're doing is arguing theater. And there's so many great plays now, and there's such incredible passion. People for and against, but they just love, because the theater, the quality is so good. Whether it's the Camelot Theater, whether it's the ACT, whether it's the Cabaret and Shakespeare, it's just great stuff.
I'm going to ask now, in the day job, my producer, call screener here, Brian O'Connor. Now, which one are you working at again here?
I'm Camelot.
Okay.
Oh, my God, that's Brian. Yeah. Brian. Oh, my God.
I was wondering when you were going to recognize me, yeah. I do all the sound and video.
He's great.
And,
this
audio.
guy is absolutely terrific. He's one of the best parts of Camelot.
Okay, now is he brutalizing your plays, though, Brian?
He is very kind to us in his reviews. He has been very kind to us.
Okay, but is he telling the truth?
Of course he is.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
It's what you leave out sometimes is what helps too. And I rate the shows as well by Rosies, not by stars, by up to 5 Rosies. And Camelot's been really up there. They've been up there up to 4 stars, which is a big deal.
Yeah. Okay, so has it helped business, though? I mean, hey, this is
Absolutely.
fine. I mean, you're giving reviews and such, but does it actually work?
It's been up for just a week or so, just putting these cards that I have in B&Bs. And yes, actually yesterday I took a couple from New York State who were at the B&B. They saw 2 shows, and they were looking, their son said, move here. He's from San Francisco. They're going to meet here. And I showed them property all day yesterday because they loved the shows. We had something in common.
Now, Rosey, you're bringing all these foreigners to Southern Oregon.
I'm sorry about that.
What are you doing here? What are you doing to us?
Well, this is Ashland. This is where we all came from.
Yeah. So, where are you from? Obviously, you were from somewhere else. Everybody here in Southern Oregon, I mean, there's a certain percentage of native, but so many of us from somewhere else.
Well, I come really honestly to theater. My dad was entertainment editor of the New York Post when I grew up, which means he reviewed children's shows so I could go to shows as a kid. So I'd be going at 5 years old, 6 years old, holding his hand and helping him review the shows. And then when I grew up, I saw every show on Broadway with just a phone call away. Every show. And then I became a theater guy myself, got a BA in theater, wrote plays and acted in plays. Not very well.
I don't know. You got pretty good shtick from my
Pretty
view
good
here.
stick, thank you.
Yeah.
And I did playwriting.
You play comedy.
I did some comedy. I've done that.
Yeah. So you were a playwright too?
I was a playwright too.
All right.
Produced a few plays, directed plays as well.
So how you end up landing in real estate, though? I'm wondering, how do you make that?
Okay, how do we do that?
Yeah.
Well, I was a journalist too. I was a Boston Herald reporter.
Now, next you're going to tell me you were a talk show host.
I was a talk show host. No, I wasn't a talk show. That's the only thing I haven't done. But I did do. I was a reporter with the Boston Herald in the mid '80s. Wrote the von Bülow book.
Klaus von Bülow?
Klaus von Bülow book. And Klaus Cries at 11. It was a great book. I had John Grisham's agent, and we thought I'd be this greatest new novelist. It didn't work out like that. But 10 novels, 10 unpublished novels later, I became a major PR guy. Did public relations and promotions and marketing, and mostly the marketing was for high-end real estate around the country. Now, if you know what happened to high-end real estate the last 3 years ago, totally in the toilet. So I found myself loving real estate, knowing how to sell, knowing how to help developers sell, how to help human beings who have homes and come up with a story, because selling homes is about coming up with a story. It's all about a story.
And so you're already going with some of the best stories around it.
I had the best
plays.
stories around the plays. Right. And which brings me to a few weeks ago, as I'm getting started at Figures, doing this Shakespeare, doing all the plays, the first new listing I have happens to be a guy named Billy Hicks has these 2 lots 3 blocks from the Shakespeare Festival. Would you believe that?
Yeah.
Now, Billy tells me when he first got there in 1969, he was so close to the Shakespeare, he heard every word of Hamlet every time it was played that summer. So by the time September came around, Billy knew every line. And when the guy playing Hamlet and his understudy went down, Billy came in and filled in for Hamlet and saved the show.
Really?
No, actually, that's not true. That's not true. But the fact is, it was really close enough, Bill.
What a great story.
Well, it's close enough. He could hear the ovations and the cannons going off because it's that close to Shakespeare. So I'm selling these lots based on its proximity to Shakespeare and downtown. It's on Glenville Drive.
Okay,
it's
all right,
great stuff.
All right,
wonderful lots.
All right, but not that you're okay. I'm not going to help you sell your real estate here
Bill.
for free. All right, I'm going to have to charge you.
On.
Hey, I'll give anybody a freebie first time. You just had a great story.
Thank you.
You just had a great story. By the way, it's a very good story. It sounds really plausible.
It is plausible.
But you don't buy Ashland real estate with the hope of filling in for the understudy, right?
No, he didn't buy it, but he bought it for the location.
Yeah.
And that lot in Glenville Drive is right there for location.
Yeah, I guess I must be a weird form of life here, Rosie. I'm just not a play guy. I've just never been a play guy. What am I missing?
You're missing intense fun. The quality. Picture the best TV show you've ever had on steroids.
That's pretty good.
You know, there are some plays out there. Julius Caesar is intense. The new theater at the Camelot is as good as you're going to get, technically as good as you're going to get in talent. The Cabaret Theater, the quality of the theater in this town, even down to the high school level in Ashland, is as good as anything off Broadway. And on Broadway.
See, here it is. You're making me want to go to a play now.
Oh, you got to go.
All right.
I'll go with you. I'll take you.
You'll take me?
I'll take you.
Okay. All right.
I'll take you.
But I just wanted to, like I said, you were such a character when you called me up. And I was thinking, all right, I got to talk with this guy because you're definitely taking lemons and making lemonade in this economy.
Hoping so.
And I'm hoping that is certainly the case. But actually, Ashland real estate, in all truth, has held up better than some of the other areas.
Ashland real estate has held up way better than other areas. You have a base of people, retirees who are in Ashland, so you have people who aren't dependent on, a lot of people who aren't dependent on a steady job. Mm-hmm. They're here, they have their money, they have their homes. So you're going to have a little bit more stability. Plus, the real estate is wonderful, and there's so much great stuff on the market. The prices are terrific right now. This is the time to buy.
All right, now what you need to do, though, now if you could just get the plays and spread them out to the other areas, so that way we could have, WhiteCityPlayReviews.com. We could have MedfordPlayReviews.com. We could have JacksonvillePlayReviews.com. I mean, if it's helping Ashland, maybe you can spread that success.
Well, the fact is, as more people come to Ashland, they have just no more hotel rooms. They've got to stay in Medford. They've got to eat in Medford. They've got to eat in these other places.
So we get the spillover.
It's an economic spillover,
All right.
absolutely.
All right, good. Hey, Rosey, great job. I just wanted to say salute to you. I just love anybody that's coming up with a creative way of getting the message out there about good things in Southern Oregon, okay?
Hey, thanks, Bill. I appreciate that.
All right, and once again, his website is ashlandplayreviews.com. And it's not Alan Rosenberg, it's Rosey, all right?
Hey, thank you.
See how many Rosies he's given the plays this weekend, all right? Pleasure.
Thank you.
Thanks again. 7:20 on AM.